Hi, everybody. It's Elektra Yao, artist visa lawyer. Thank you so much for joining today on this live. I'm going to talk to you today about agents. So, with the change with USCIS and what the definition of an employer is, there have been a lot of questions about what an agent is. So today I kind of want to talk about three things. I want to talk about the role of an agent, the responsibility of an agent, and I want to talk about the consequences for agents. So O1s are very, very special. You can file your petition with an employer, so known as an employer petition, or you can file your petition with an agent, right? An agent is what is your agent? Your agent is your legal representative with USCIS. And there are a couple of rules surrounding what an agent is or who can serve as an agent. So, an agent can be anybody that's a US citizen. So, anybody that is a US citizen with a US passport, anybody that is a green card holder, or any US based company can also serve as your agent. Now, your agent is the person, so the US citizen or the green card holder, or the entity, the US based company that has control over the petition. What does having control mean? This basically means if they wanted to call up USCIS and say, hey, I revoke this petition or I want to withdraw this petition, the agent can do so. The agent has control over the petition. Now, the agent is also the individual or the entity that is the communicating with USAS. So USAS is only going to communicate with two people, right? They're going to communicate with me, the attorney of record, but they're also going to be communicating with the agent. They're not going to be communicating with the beneficiary. So they're not communicating with you, the international talent. They're communicating with the attorney, so sending all the notices, the RFEs, etc., to the attorney and to the agent. Now, this happens a lot. Sometimes USCIS will not send everything to the attorney or they won't send everything to the agent. This sometimes happens. It's not the fault of your agent. It's not the fault of your attorney. It's the fault of USCIS just not being diligent when sending the notices. So that's something that I think is really important to take into consideration. But what is the role of the agent? As I said earlier, the role of the agent is to serve as your legal representative to USAS. It is the legal representative, either the individual or the entity that is putting forth your petition, that is undergoing this responsibility to you, the foreign national. Now, a lot of people in the O1 world like to use the word sponsor. And the O1, yes, is the person or the entity sponsoring you. But attorneys will say petition. The individual is petitioning for you, is putting forth the petition, is persuading the government that they are representing you and that you meet the regulatory criteria for the agent. So, what are the responsibilities of the agent? So, you've decided you want to pursue the O1. You've decided that you're going to move forward with this petition. What is the responsibility of the agent? So, the responsibility of the agent is to sign the immigration forms, right? Which is a contract between USCIS and between the agent. The second responsibility is to sign the agent agreement. So, the agent agreement is a contract between you, the international talent, and the agent. This agreement is confirming that he or she or it is putting forth your petition to USCIS, is taking responsibility for the petition throughout the duration of the petition. So maximum duration is 3 years, but of course it can be shorter. So signing the immigration forms, signing the agent agreement, and receiving your mail on behalf of USCIS. So earlier I said that USCIS is going to send mail. They're going to send mail to the attorney of record and they're going to send mail to the agent. This is to ensure that the agent is US based. Your agent needs to be based in the US. It cannot be a US citizen that's living in Australia. It needs to be a US citizen or green card holder that is living and based in the US and who is able to receive your mail as verified by their US address. That is the third responsibility. So, yes, the agent is putting forth his or her legal responsibility to put forth your petition. Now, the government, in the acceptance of the agent, is going to ask for information. They're going to ask for your agent's social security number. They're going to ask for your agent's full address. They're going to ask for your agent's full contact details. you need to include this. You cannot file a petition without this information. It is required by the government. Yes, I acknowledge it is very sensitive information. It is very sensitive data, but this is the data that USCIS is asking for. So it must be included within the immigration forms. Otherwise, the immigration forms will be deficient because they will not hold all the information that USCIS is asking for. Okay. So the agent agreement, the immigration forms, these are all drafted by our law firm and drafted by the attorneys that is representing you in general, because these are legal documents. I hope that it's clear what the agent's role is, which is to put forth your petition, the responsibilities, which is to have ownership of that petition through the signing of the immigration forms, through the signing of the agent agreement, and through the reception or the receipt of your mail from USCIS. Now, as I said earlier, I'm just going to recap who can serve as the agent. The agent can be anybody that's a U.S. citizen or anybody that's a green card holder or any U.S.-based company. So now that you've established your agent, right, it can be anybody. It can be somebody who works in the field, somebody who doesn't work in the field, somebody you've known for 20 years, or somebody you just met, as long as he or she accepts responsibility. Now, what are the consequences? What is a consequence to the agent for putting forth his or her responsibility for you in this O1 world? Well, if you do not work, right, whether you choose not to work or whether you get fired or you quit or whatever it is, if you choose not to work, then the agent is responsible for paying for your plane ticket back home. The agent must pay for your plane ticket back home. And it's not unique to the individual agent, it is the petitioner. So this is also valid for whether you file an employer-based petition. So if you have one singular employer or if you have one singular job and you stop working, the petitioner's responsibility is to pay for your plane ticket back home. So I hope that this was clear. We talked about the agent. This is something that is coming up a lot more in terms of the petitions due to changes that are occurring with USCIS, which I'll go into in a different video. But the agent's role is to put forth your petition. The agent's responsibility is to sign the immigration forms, sign the agent agreement, and to receive your U.S. mail on behalf of USCIS. And number four is the agent is responsible for paying for your plane ticket back home should you stop working. I hope that this is clear. I hope that this is helpful on your O1 journey. I want to thank everybody who's watching and who's been watching me. I know that I haven't been going live or putting forth more videos, but spring is coming and I'm more motivated to put out videos. So I will be going live to talk about different issues. And as always, please, if you have any questions or if there's anything that you would like me to talk about, I'm happy to talk about it during the live or any specific video. So if there's any questions, if there's anything that you want to know about your O1 journey, send me an email, send me a message. Just note that this is not legal advice. This is legal information to assist you in your information gathering in your O1 journey. So thank you so much, everybody. And I hope to see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.